Skateboarding was one of the defining activities of the 90s, and it created its own culture that spilled into little pools of subculture. Even all these years later, skateboarding perseveres with those trying to become the most extreme things on a board with wheels. Of course, not all of us have the gift of perfect balance, but want a taste of the radical, so we turn to Skate City, New York. Behold a 3D rendition of one of the most popular cities in the world as you glide through its streets on a skateboard without a care, except trying to avoid kissing the pavement. It's another mobile way to be extreme, so let's see how it does. The biggest challenge facing skateboarders today is not having a designated urban space, a city if you will, to practice their technique. Thus, they find a solution to go to an alternate reality that is a city for skating in Skate City, New York. Unlike the other cities the skateboarders have visited, they now get the skate version of New York City, where the streets are just begging them to use their boards. However, even though the city is inviting, the establishment is not. A skate-free authority has been established with guards who will do anything to stop your rides and grinds. Just make sure you look cool as you defy the man. Building a skateboard game on a solid foundation that allows even the most uninitiated to get into it makes good sense. Skate City, New York continues the series by making an entry that even the most uncoordinated person can learn to master. The tutorial sequence outlines an easy to understand and see trick wheel that you can manage with just your thumb, while the other is busy changing the board's orientation and balancing acts whenever you get some airtime. But where are you going to perform these acts? You may not have access to a grandiose skate park, but you do have the streets of New York to skate across. Even though New York is possibly one of the most common backdrops in media or serves as inspiration for them, we've seen all the most significant sites. But this game highlights the areas of New York that don't get nearly enough attention through the various streets and neighborhoods where people from all walks of life can feel comfortable. As a rebel skateboarder, you should feel right at home here. And just like all the folks in the city, you're trying to make an impact. Since you've got skateboarding as your anchor, you'll have to prove yourself. The game modes are few in selection but diverse in experience. The challenges are varied, and even the most novice player can feel like each achievement is attainable. You have plenty of opportunities to practice, and each little bit will earn you some street cred to help you stand out amongst the crowd. The problematic situation of Skate City, New York is that it has to share the stage with other popularized skate games like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and the Skate series. The freedom made those so appealing to those who had never even seen a skateboard. Skateboarding was presented as a rebellious activity with folks who would ride, grind, flip, and shred all over the place. Compared to some, this feels a little bit more restrictive, which is a shame since the controls have the potential to support a more free-form mobile skating game. There is room for expansion since a lot of effort has gone into the customization aspect of your skater. Unfortunately, the options here are limited, and you may be crying out for flashier designs and custom creations from other players. You'll need to skate more to see your skateboarder come to life. Skate City, New York is a 3D skateboarding game about riding and completing challenges in a different version of New York City. Every person who picks it up will find themselves quickly pulling off ollies and grinds with the simple flick of their fingers. It gives way to fun and friendly skateboarding challenges and options for a casual skateboard setting. The lack of freedom holds it back, as we tend to expect from skateboarding games, but this isn't the end. As skateboarding has continued to stand the test of time, we can see Skate City continue expanding its reach and design. New York is just one of the latest stops, so let's see where we'll go next and prepare to flip out. Visit the Skate City version of New York, where all the curbs and railings give you lots of options to ride while skating from left to right and running from authority.